Thanks for the F Shack. Love Dirty Mike and the boys.
Hey, are you Dirty Mike and the boys? How you know who we are?
What's this they call it, the podcast?
Morning Good. Oh, I love
Hey, welcome to the Earth. Thanks. Oh, wait, I'll start over.
Welcome to Morning Good.
I don't know. I did crush some of my mom's energy drinks. Okay, this is we're here with Preston Canavan.
What's good?
Canavan?
Canavan. Can a car?
Wait, does anybody ever call you Cantavan?
No, only when I'm depressed.
Yeah.
Depressed in Cantavan, yeah.
I like, there's a really good shirt I saw one time. I used to do this open mic at like this all black restaurant. Not like they didn't kick you out if you're white.
Yeah.
But they did have only whites working there, which is kind of very funny.
Hey, well, yeah. You got to employ those whites.
Exactly.
So it's just whites serving black people?
Yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah.
And they make them do the accents. They make them be like,
yeah.
I bet be bringing you your food.
Yeah,
And they're
yeah.
like, shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really intense.
And
But
obviously no tips, but yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But it was like, dude, it's so funny because they had like this shirt. It says like, it's African, not Africant. It had like a big, I'm like, that'd be so sick if I don't know. I always want to wear.
Optimism. Yeah.
Yeah. Black people stuff. Can you, real quick, can you just hold higher here?
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah,
Does
that's
it
all
get
you gotta
wobbly
do.
on there?
What's up?
Does it get wobbly? Does it like blah?
Yeah. By
whatever.
the way, there's just hours of me saying this on the people comment. They're like, Michael, hold the microphone higher. Good.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But dude, I almost didn't get an episode out this week. So this is you're lucky for this one.
Happy to be here, right?
Yeah.
it's a
Not
vibe.
you lucky. You're
They're lucky.
You're a treat. You were, by the way, popular demand.
Stop.
Yeah. In the comments of one of your pictures, somebody's like, you got to get him on the Morning Good podcast. I'm like, oh, this guy was really funny.
Yeah.
I remember you crushing one time. There was this open mic at this place called the Falcon.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, people don't know, we're in my dad's office conference room doing a podcast in Orlando, Florida.
Yeah.
But one time I was it was at the Falcon, which is nobody knows. I'm like, for the people that don't know about the Falcon Open, like on Tuesdays in Orlando, Florida.
You guys don't know about this? It's
Yeah.
very popular. There's poetry. There's
Yeah.
depression. Yeah.
Yeah, there's everything.
No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. Yeah.
But there was one where it was like the microphone broke, so you had to use like a megaphone.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And I remember you just killing with a megaphone.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
It was like
2018?
6 years ago or something
Yeah,
like that.
I have no recollection of that.
Yeah, dude, you were just doing great with a megaphone, and then I was like, "Oh, okay, this is doable." And then I just bombed with a megaphone. And then there's nothing more stupid than like speaking into a megaphone and like bombing hard because you're like, you look like you're saying something important with the megaphone.
Yeah. The more effort that you put into being heard and the more expectations there are, the worse it feels when you bomb. Like for a while I was dressing up in a suit and then doing stuff with a keyboard.
Ooh.
And there was one time where I was following Donald Evans. You know Donald Evans?
Yeah.
Like Florida's Funniest last year or something. He's funny, funny, like a couple years
Your
ago.
Florida's Funniest this year or semifinals?
I'm in the finals right now.
Okay.
But Donald Evans is scary good.
I think we know who's going to win.
I don't think I'm going to win. Those guys are really funny. I watched them. I was like, there's no way I'm getting to the finals.
Who are you going against?
It's Chris Machado, Scott Bird,
What
Absar
ethnicities?
Siddiqui. Chris is Hispanic ? Scott is old white. Absar is...
I know Absar.
Do you know which country he's from?
No.
I want to say Pakistan.
Okay.
Yeah.
You burped, which is more offensive than getting it wrong. You burped in the middle. You're like, back up.
I was trying not to throw up. No. But, and then this guy Dylan was really funny. I think from Tampa. I don't know.
So no black guys.
Oh, no black guys. No, but they
Then
have
a
to
shot.
do the East Coast. They have to do the East Coast as well. This is just the
Okay.
West Coast. So there's 6 of us, and then there's going to be 5 more.
Okay.
5 to 6 more. There weren't supposed to be 6, but apparently someone else did so good that they had to have them on.
Oh, dang. Okay,
Yeah.
that's who you're going against. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll
You'll be
see,
fine.
bro. We'll see.
You're
man.
gonna win.
I can't believe I made it this far. I'm grateful already.
People don't understand comedy competitions. Like, I have never gotten anywhere in a comedy competition. Like, I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
First round. I mean, I've won like roast battles, but like first round of any comedy competition, because people don't understand how it works. It's like the audience will just watch the show, and then there's sometimes there's just an old guy they love or somebody that has like a shtick.
So true.
Like somebody could come out and he'll throw paper airplanes in the audience that, like, you know, They say something crazy on there, and then they'll be like, "That is the guy I'm voting for." So it's all like audience vote based. So yeah,
This one, there are judges. There are judges in the back row, and half of them aren't even comedians.
really.
Yeah, they were like people who just
Are
work
they
at
judges of
Fox.
characters? You have like a priest and like a, a police
funny.
officer.
There's a judge. Yeah. It's like,
How about that? Florida's most moral comedian.
yeah. Finally.
Yeah,
That's what the
yeah.
people want. Yeah.
New York has comedians to watch, and then somebody made a list of racist comedians once, and I was like, "What about the list of racist comedians to watch?"
Yeah. There you go.
And then maybe how about
The
horny?
Forbes most racist
Yeah.
comedians. The 30 most racist comedians under 30.
Yeah. Or maybe like, how about New York's most perverted comedians to watch out for?
Perfect.
Yeah. Just to keep an eye,
Yeah, stay
Yeah.
safe around these comedians.
Yeah.
If you do go see this comic, wear 2 belts.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
make sure.
That's what's going to stop at 2 belts.
Yeah, listen, I'll get through that first belt.
Yeah.
I'm like, forget it.
Yeah.
Like, another belt. No.
Yeah.
Come on, I'll pick some easier prey. You
Yeah.
go for the sick gazelle. You don't go for the one with 2 belts on. Yeah.
You know what? That is very fascinating because I was talking to somebody else with this. Like, as a single guy, I'm not raping, by the way. I have to say that every
Quick disclosure.
it's funny. I have like a pedophile joke now, and like I have to start by just being like, I would never fuck a child. You're like, why do I have to say that? This should
You
be a
don't
given.
fuck the kid. Yeah. Why are you lying?
There should be a given information. But well, it's like when you're single, you're like sometimes if you're talking to like a group of girls, you're like, that one's cute, but this one seems easier. You normally like I will go normally with the one that seems easier or more fun.
Gazelle shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
But I
No.
wonder if like predators do the same way, where they're like, this one's not as hot, but she's in a wheelchair, so like
This one looks
odds are.
hungry, but look how slow it is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, I have a bad thing with dating where I just say yes to people who like me. That's my whole thing.
Okay.
I don't peruse. I don't shop. I'm like a spider. I'm in my web, and if something gets caught, I go over and I'm
You
like,
go
"What's
for
up?"
it.
Yeah.
See, I'm the opposite. I just have delusions of grandeur. Like
Yeah.
I'm literally like, dude, if fucking me and Sydney Sweeney in the same bar, it's like,
Yeah.
I'd be fine. Like I just have
Yeah.
these things that like are not accurate. It's like
Yeah.
I got rejected like 4 times this weekend, but in my mind, I'm like, yeah, it's just a logistical thing.
It's
I'm like,
numbers. Yeah.
yeah.
Shoot for the moon and you'll land amongst the horse,
Yeah, this is true. But it is so funny because it's like if a woman watch you getting rejected, she's like, what a loser. But you're also like, no, I'm just brave enough to to not care. It's being shameless is courageous. It should be. Yeah.
And it's gonna work out. It's definitely gonna click when I'm wearing this on my ring finger. I'm not married. It should click at some point. It's a numbers game, they all say. At the end of the day, the woman will just a woman who likes you will just pick you, and at least this is how it's worked for me. You just lie back, and when someone picks you, it's like, oh, this person is trying really hard to sleep with me. You know what I mean?
Right.
I've never had success the other way. I've never been able to convince someone to sleep with me.
Really?
Yeah, I've never even really tried, I guess. But every time I do try, I'm like, I'm throwing it all out there. I'm too uncomfortable. My game is off,
I'm a great opener, bad closer. Like I'll always do this stupid mistake where like for example, Friday, I was just talking to a bunch of different women at this house party, and I'm like, oh, what I'll do is like I'll figure out which one's like the most option for me to like pursue further.
Okay.
But then you turn around and the first one you're talking to is talking to another guy.
Yeah.
She leaves the guy, and then this like it always just goes 10 different ways. I'm really good at like introductory talking. Dates I'm fine because it's kind of like I don't know. I have one person to like talk to and like pursue, but the other way around, it's like I'm not playing games, but I'm just like I'm really trying to figure out who would have sex with me the most.
Right.
Like I'm not
The most.
I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not going like, oh my God, it's so, like, don't get me wrong. Like if 2 women are like, we both want to have sex with you, and one of us is an astronaut and one of us, I don't know, punches orphans. I don't. Which one wants to have sex with me?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I care a little bit. No, I care a little bit. I'll be like, oh, this is so cool. This is an astronaut. Like, I want to get to know this person.
But she's never home.
That's true. The orphan
the
puncher will
orphan-
always
yeah.
be home. Yeah. Yeah, but it's one of those things too where it's like, the thing is like,
And
if
she's
someone-
great with kids. Yeah.
That's true.
Sorry,
Yeah. Our kids will be disciplined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's like, there's a thing with like fucking, like, I really don't care about personality for the first time I hook up with somebody.
Sure.
I will not hang out with them again if they suck. Like that will be like a deterrent with like, I love this is turning into Michael Good's rules for pussy.
Love,
I'm like, look, you want to get into my heart, ladies? Whoever's listening to Morning Good Podcast, I know you're in love with me.
Yeah.
But it's like I would hook up with somebody like, but the first time I'm meeting somebody, I'm like, am I gonna have like, what's this deal? And then it's like the second or third time, and it's like, oh, okay, well, I don't want to hang out with you if you're like a total bitch or whatever.
Sure.
But you could be so bad on it. You can be like fucking a total bitch. You could say the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I banged one chick that was so sweet. She doesn't follow me on Instagram, so I can say this. I went on a date with her. This is like right when Israel-Palestine was starting.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "You're not Jewish, are you? That'd be like a huge red flag." And
That's
I was
crazy.
Like, I was like, "Yeah, it's just super anti-Semitic, right?"
Jesus Christ.
And then she's like, "Yeah, I'm just saying." And I'm like, "That is." I had to be like, "That is bad."
Yeah.
And then I think I had sex with that girl for like 3 months.
Yeah.
But like,
till they got the leader. Then
no, but if it came down to like fucking like her or somebody else, I'd rather hang out with somebody that's cooler. Like now I'm trying to be more picky now that I got out of a relationship. I'm like, I want to hook up with somebody that I like would want to hang out with outside of hooking up with.
Yeah. That's I think the whole thing. I feel like I'm so bad at just hookup sex. I have to have like a girlfriend for a handful of months to feel any type of connection, to have any type of meaningful, like fulfilling sex.
Really?
Yeah, I'm real bad at like a one night stand. I don't think I can swing it proper. Like
people say you're bad at it. I don't think it's like a good or bad. It's like a personality. Like
I'm not cut out for it. I can't perform sex as it should be performed with someone that I just met.
Have you tried watching like, reading on Quora or like watching just porn like
how
Closer?
To have meaningless sex and make it meaningful. Yeah. How to not be connected with someone at all and feel connected. Like it's just not what I'm craving. I think I like the orgasm I could do at home without getting sweaty. You
just picture your ex-girlfriend watching in the corner and you say, "This is what I would do if we were still together."
Yeah, the girl I'm fucking is like, "Why do you keep turning around and saying fuck you to that chair?"
Yeah,
it's just that'd be more meaningful between me and my ex than it would be between the person I'm fucking around. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I really like the. I think I want a wife too. I really want like some type
It's so
of
funny.
stability.
We're just going such different places.
Well, it's like
in my mind, I'm like, look, I'm just going so far in it. I'm like, will I ever? I'm like so. I'm on fucking villain arc, Michael.
I feel that though.
Yeah.
There's things to be learned.
That's why we're in an
there.
office right now. We're in my dad's office, and we look like villains. We look like we're plotting to take over Gotham City. It's kind of sick.
This is giving like Joker colors, the red and green. I feel like. Yeah.
I've been worried about you watching The Penguin.
No, is it good?
Don't.
It's bad.
Don't. The acting's good, but I've been lying to a couple people saying I like it just because I want to keep it.
Just to feel cultured. Yeah.
Yeah. One of my buddies, we had a long car ride, and I really liked the guy, and I was like, I don't know, I just don't want to be like, I fucking hate this show, because he's like, have you watched The Penguin? It's really good, and you can't go, no, it's not. You just gotta be like, yeah. And then the other one was this girl at a wedding, and I just was like, totally big Penguin fan.
Yeah.
But it's really bad. It's like fucking. I know you were saying something, and I cut you off.
Oh, I don't remember. Yeah, keep going.
Before I forget about The Penguin, the fucking he's basically just Tony. I mean, the acting's great.
Yeah.
But he's basically like playing Tony Soprano.
Yeah.
And he's just like, hey, you never had this. And he's doing this weird thing where like he just repeats the same thing in different ways throughout the show.
Okay.
Did you watch the Batman movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the whole thing. He's like, guys like me never had it easy.
Yeah.
He's like, you gotta eke your way to the top, and nobody's gonna look out for you.
This is solid.
Yeah, that's just what
him. Yeah.
The whole show is him just saying like, he's like, you think I had it easy? He's like, you think I want to make these choices? It's part of being a man. You got to strangle random people for no reason. You have to murder people if you want to get to the top of Gotham City crime.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm doing it for my mom. Like the whole thing is he's like doing it for his mom.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very human.
He wants to fuck his mom.
Well, who doesn't?
Yeah, that's true.
She sounds like a piece.
Yeah. Mrs. Penguin.
Yeah, Mrs. Penguin.
Get over here and eat my pussy, Oswald.
It tastes fishy.
Yeah.
But that's my favorite.
Yeah, because I'm a penguin. Yeah. He's just doing his nose into his mom's pussy. Just, is this good, Ma? Do you like this? And he's like weird. It's funny too, because like, just tell me if he's Italian or Jewish. Yeah. We just tell me. Yeah. He's one or the other. Maybe Greek. Maybe the penguin's Greek.
He's giving Greek a little bit too. Yeah. Ethnic vague. Yeah. Interesting.
I think the initial penguin was Jewish, but now they're like, he was not Jewish.
Because the beak.
Well,
That's
and
what
I mean, his
Stan
name
Lee
Oswald.
wrote, or-
What name is Oswald Cobblepot? That could be anything. That's actually kind
Cobblepot.
of British.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
But it's Danny
Maybe
DeVito.
that was just my anti-Semitism.
Danny
I'm like-
DeVito's Italian. Yeah, I said the beak thing. I feel bad about that. Yeah, it wasn't Stan Lee. It was DC,
Also, we
isn't
could
it?
cut. Wait. You haven't said anything even remotely crazy. But
No.
I should have told you at the beginning.
I stand by that Jewish.
I should have told you at the beginning. We don't. You cut something. We don't give a shit. We'll cut it. But Dan DeVito played him.
Yeah, and then who else has played him? I feel like Danny DeVito's Italian, right?
He's a terrible character. Like he's literally like something when they were making comic books. They were like, okay, well, Robin's a bird and Batman's a bat.
Is
so
Robin a bird?
That's yes. He's supposed to. He's not a bird, but he's like supposed to.
He's like bird guy. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
never even put that together.
Yeah, because he's like flying through the air and he's like red, like a red robin.
He's jumping. Red Robin is a restaurant. Robins aren't red. They got a little orange on their tummy.
I think that's where it comes from, like
Word.
a bird, like a robin.
10-4.
And then they're like, okay, so now what about a penguin? Like it was just an idea. Like,
Yeah.
they're like, okay, this will be Catwoman and Penguin.
What's the evilest bird? Yeah,
the
penguin.
And he's never had a good origin story. He was just a disabled guy who like weirdly liked dressing old timey and smoking fucking. It's just a guy who
Oh my god, I might be the penguin. This is my grandfather's shirt.
yeah, dude, you might be the penguin. Yeah. He's just a guy who likes wearing top hats. I mean, to be fair, this was in the 40s, so like people were like that, but he was just the guy who was extra like that. Like he was the guy who was just like, and smoking one of those cigarettes with like the long thing on it.
Yeah. The extended cigarettes.
Yeah, that's his character. Just a guy who has like a cool 1940s sense of fashion, is fat as shit, short, and has a big nose, and kind of looks like a penguin.
Yeah.
And then now they're like, what if we like made him like a mobster guy who like is trying to save his mom? And you're like, shut up.
What's wrong with his mom?
She's like crazy. I don't know. It's like
Oh.
he's like, well, I'm gonna get you out of this, mom. He's like, everything I do is for my fucking family.
Yeah.
So he's just Tony Soprano.
He's just Tony Soprano.
Yeah.
Well, what can you do? You know, was they're gonna make a new character? You
No,
can't.
HBO's not gonna do that. Yeah.
There's 10 speeds you can do on screen.
Yeah, and then everybody with diarrhea. I was gonna say diarrhea brains, but I said it wrong. So that doesn't. You can't insult people's intelligence.
Diarrhea reigns.
Diarrhea. Yeah. You get.
It does sound like it would kill. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's also like everything is dark and gritty. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like you go to an orphanage, like not that is a dark place, but like you could go to like anything in Gotham City in like this new universe, and it's just a dark, like even in the Dark Knight, there'd be like there's like a dinner scene and people are acting kind of normal, but like everything in this new universe they've built is just it's just like the ultimate dinginess.
The same tone.
Like it's like a playground and all the kids are like fucking strangling each other with piano key wires, and you're like, not everything is this evil in Gotham City.
I liked the movie. The color correction in the movie seemed really solid. The pacing in the movie was crazy. They keep that really slow pace for the Penguin.
Sort of.
Okay, because I thought the pace was like, at first I was like, this is sick, and then I was like, oh my god, move.
Yeah.
Like I'm just screaming at the screen, like why is nothing happening? The entire theme song is 2 chords, dun 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 dun. Like that's the whole thing. There's like an 11-minute intro that's just dun dun dun.
And then Jeff
dun.
Red going, that son of a bitch.
Yeah.
So twisted. Like he's a good actor, but they also like didn't give him enough things to say. It's just him reacting all the time. He's going, oh, the Riddler's the worst.
The Riddler's the worst.
Yeah. Oh,
that's so true.
that sick son of a bitch. Yeah.
Who would do such a thing?
Yeah.
Only
this
the
city.
Riddler. Yeah. Fucking wild. How's New York, bro?
Dude, it's just like Gotham City, man.
Is it really now?
It's just like Gotham City.
I've heard bad things. I've heard
it's
like,
not easy, man. I had to eke my way to the top, and nothing was handed to me.
Yeah.
I had to eke my way there.
I had to beg my way.
No. But the truth is, I'm like borrowing. I'm like calling my dad. I'm like, can I please borrow money?
I feel that, bro. Well, this office is not. You could probably take this table out of here. You know,
We should steal from this office.
Yeah.
That,
this original. This
this actually used to be in our house. Yeah. Now I put it in the conference room. Yeah.
very nice.
No, New York's great though. It's I love it. I hated it for 3 years, and then the last 3 have been great. Yeah. No, it's yeah, I fucking love it. It's because like it starts so loud, and I used to like this podcast. If you listen to Early Morning Good, I'm like, New York City sucks. I fucking hate this place. Florida's the best place on earth. And then over time, I've liked Florida a little less and New York a little more. Because it's just kind of like one of those things where it's like, build a sense of community. You get into comedy clubs. You like find your way on your feet. I don't know. It's like awesome, dude. I was like homeless for 3 months, couch surfing through like a breakup, and like I had so many friends that I could like sleep at different people's places. And everything's like great. Like I'm the happiest I will ever be right now. But
what?
It's the peak. This is the peak.
This is the peak.
This is the happiest I've ever. This might be the happiest I've been in my whole life.
Well, that doesn't mean you're done getting better.
No.
There's
no way.
There's got to be more.
Dude, I was looking through my apartment the other day, and there's like a Whippet canister on the ground, like fucking condoms, Blue Chew wrappers everywhere, and I'm like, I like the way I live. I'm like, that's not gonna work forever, but I'm like, this is my life, and I love my life.
Blue Chew wrappers would probably help with like the hookup anxiety that I have. Like if we're gonna fuck,
been taking it for a fucking. There are some people I don't take it with, because they're just like they're comfortable. Like they're like, oh, you take boner pills, don't take them. We don't care if you don't get hard. And if they say that, it takes the pressure off, and then you don't get hard, or then you get hard because they don't care.
That's incredible.
Does it make any sense? It's all mental.
Yeah, that's what I'm experiencing, like with love. Like that's, I just don't feel nervous around people. Yeah. There's no performance anxiety because I know them.
I was more nervous getting hard with like a girlfriend. Because I was like, oh, we live together, and if my penis doesn't get hard, this lease might end. Like
that's so funny.
Yeah. I'm like, there's a lot riding on this boner right here. Versus like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'll never see you again, but it's nice meeting you.
Yeah.
I actually, You never taken a boner pill?
No, I haven't.
We really got to get them to sponsor this because I just promote them just like crazy on here.
Just constantly.
Dude, I like Blue Chew has been said more than anything on this podcast.
The Blue Chew counter just in the corner. Bing.
Dude,
bing,
yeah.
Bing.
Yeah, I should, if I ever get a Blue Chew sponsorship, I should go back and make them pay me for the old episodes because like people are still listening to those old ones.
Yeah. Look at all these views, bro. You're welcome, Blue Chew.
Yeah.
Your
I will
boner
say
bills
this.
are flying off the shelves right now because of me.
This is something I should not say on the podcast, but I really want to say it.
Yeah.
So I like, because I'm in town for a couple days, I'm like, not like, I don't know. I'm kind of like, just in case I get laid, it'd be nice to have a boner pill. Because any sex I'm having, I can't go on dates because of shows. Any sex I'm having is like somebody I met out, and it's like fucking 3 a.m. I'm drunk as shit.
Well, that's the best. But yeah, keep going. Yeah.
So I thought I left my Blue Chews at home. I see my dad's prescription, and I'm like, okay, what if I take one of these?
Yeah.
Just to, but then I realized I was like, oh, this is actually stealing love from my parent. I'm like, this is a way more serious crime than just taking a boner pill.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's an eviction. That's right there. That the lease will end, the life will end, bro.
Well, I mean,
my mom lives with Eric now.
Yeah. Things could fall apart. But the next day I went back and the label was ripped off. So I think he saw that I took one and ripped it off.
How many were left?
Oh, I just took one, and I'm probably going to put it back. He also listened to this, like, this is going to be a whole discussion.
This is incredible.
Yeah.
This is incredible.
Yeah. And now I'm like freaking out. I'm like, is this too much to share about my family? Okay, look, if anybody is above 50, they use boner pills. It's physically impossible to have hard penis above 50, right?
Is that true? I don't know. I feel like it's an activity thing, but I also have no idea. I'm not above 50. I'll tell you one thing. My dick won't work above 50. I live a sedentary life. I am laying down most of the day.
Yeah. Either way, I don't know if that's personal, whatever. Now it's so funny. Now this is how podcasting works. Now I'm anxiously picturing my dad getting very mad at me.
Oh,
and just being like,
I
you
could
talked about this
in my office.
Yeah. But I'm like, who doesn't have fucking, I don't know, people have boner pills. Yeah.
Mr. Good, I would get some boner pills out of what's it called? Solidarity. Solidarity. Yeah. Because my dick's solid as hell.
It's so funny, dude. I don't understand how people do this. Like, somebody like Shane Gillis would be like, dude, I fucking saw my dad's wiener jerking off the other day. Or like something, I'm like,
Jesus Christ.
And I'm like, how are you that comfortable doing that? I don't know. Maybe you just get over those arguments to your family where you're like, if you're involved in my mind, either you disown me completely or you're in the morning good universe.
Or people who have no support in their lives. Like my family would never watch my podcast. Get upset about it.
That's what it should be.
Easy peasy.
My dad's like, you can use my office and talk about how you stole a boner pill from me.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I really wonder. Do you know, like, clearly for you, what would make your parents stop talking to you?
I call them fat in my act. I talk about I mean, I don't know. I don't think so. They got really thick skin, and honestly,
It's because they're fat as shit.
Because they're fat as shit. That's right. It's really more blubber. You know, you can throw as many shots as you want. It's just a flesh
They're
wound.
casting for the new season of Penguin already.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad would make a great Penguin henchman.
And your mom could be the Penguin's mom because he wants to bang his mom.
My mom could be the Penguin. Honestly. Yeah, she would love that. She actually does. She is kind of giving Dane DeVito Penguin.
Really?
Yeah, from the right.
Do you ever
angle.
just feed her fish sometimes?
Yeah, I throw him up. Yeah. When she's a good girl, but
Yeah.
oh my god, yeah, she goes arf arf in class. This will probably piss him off, you know. I'm trying to find it. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think. I don't know. My dad's like, as long as you don't like say anything, family secrets or anything like against my name, like anything that's like, oh, he's like a this or that. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
All right, yeah, I feel like we're well within bounds right now. But it's up to him. I don't know. Some people get insecure about their dick.
Yeah, but it's like, you know what? I don't even know if I feel like if I was that age, like he might be an on deck kind of guy. He might be like me, where it's like he's like maybe it'll be 3 a.m. I'll be drunk because he doesn't drink at all. But
I'll be too tired to become erect. Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel that big time. I get that way.
I don't think any man, literally, I'll say this, over 40 doesn't have erection pills.
That's probably fair.
I bet you my dad has the hardest penis out of all of his friends.
I mean, that's why this table's so hard. You know, it
Yeah.
just wraps up against the bottom of it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, can I
need
say
the
that?
most expensive
I think-
granite to make sure I don't puncture the wood oak. We ruined 3 oak conference tables.
Yeah.
Because my boner bill's pierced.
Yeah, no, I think my dad, best penis probably great at eating women out.
Oh, must be.
Look, I also corrected that too. I was gonna say my dad's great at eating pussy.
Yeah.
I changed it. I was like, my dad's great at eating women out.
Yeah.
No. You know what? This is the Morning Good podcast. We say my dad is great at eating pussy. I'm sweating right now.
Can I get you a shovel? I mean, the way you're digging into this one. Yeah.
One that was funny the other night. He when I was staying up late, I was like trying to hook up with this girl, and like it was one of those that night at that house party. I took a boner pill because I thought I was gonna like figure it out.
Yeah.
And then I fell asleep, and then I woke up. My dad was asking for the car keys, and I get out of bed and I give him the car keys, and then I just like look down when I was going to bed, and I just have like the most rock hard boner.
Yeah. Well, he woke you up. That's on the table when you get woken up.
That's true.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's got to be really uncomfortable, especially because like I'm staying with them. So like, I mean, I gotta bust a nut. What do they think I'm not doing it?
Yeah, of course.
But they gotta know when I'm whacking it.
Do they have to know?
I'm not saying they have to know, like I gotta tell them.
Oh, yeah. They just have like a spider.
I have a sign-in sheet.
Yeah.
I'm like Michael whack-off session.
It's like a recording light out on the other side of the door.
Yeah. On air. It says
Yeah.
right outside the bathroom. Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, I feel like parents have like another sense for that, but I don't know. I wonder if I've ever been caught. I wonder if I used to take really long showers, but it's like I wasn't jerking off in the shower.
What I've
know?
been doing. If
That'll
you're
do
listening.
it. Yeah, that'll do it right there.
Yeah.
Damn.
But then it's like, dude, I always jerk off into a toilet because my theory is that like, not always, but if I'm in somebody's house. What?
I just think that's funny.
Is that worse or better?
I can't tell.
Right?
For me, I don't know if I could jizz into a toilet. I don't know if I'm horny enough to maintain sexuality in front of a toilet. I'd rather jizz in the sink.
It is tough
down.
because like I'm trying to like watch a little less porn, so I'm trying to do a fantasy. And I'm like, what fantasy am I standing in front of a toilet? Like, you know, there's nothing you can apply to it.
Yeah,
so
you just think about the anti-Semitic girl. It's the same, right?
Yeah. Oh, I did something wild, dude. I like looked up because I was like, let me not watch porn. So whenever I don't watch porn, I just end up going weirder routes. Like I looked up like a dermatologist I had like 4 years ago who like looked at my penis and just jerked off to her.
That is worse than porn. Yeah.
That's like not criminal, but like should be some intellectual crime.
Yeah.
It's like,
no, I've been trying to watch less porn too, and I got triggered the other day because there was a Dr. Squatch ad with Sydney Sweeney in it.
Yeah.
She's fully dressed and standing there, and I'm like, fuck. Like, I'm just
That's
sweating.
basically pornography.
It's so close.
An average
to
woman getting fucked in the ass is less sexual than Sydney Sweeney existing.
Standing still.
Reading Sydney Sweeney's name is more pornographic than Yeah.
We gotta stop saying I'm getting bricked up. Like
That's true, yeah.
Sydney Sweet.
I
She
can't
calls
because
my name.
my penis doesn't work right now unless I take one of my dad's boner pills in his office. He's had discussions with me about this podcast. It's really funny. I remember one time I was like visiting. I was like really hungover, and he was like dropping me off to get to his car. And he's like, "Michael, you got to stop talking about jerking off on the podcast." And I got like a real argument with him about it. I was like, "Don't you tell me how to do my art?
This is my art." Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. I don't come to your what does he do? Law?
Commercial real estate.
Commercial real estate?
Yeah.
Yo,
I don't come to your place and tell you not to, shut down orphanages to build the massive super malls that you're building. It's not. No,
there you go. Yeah.
He doesn't do that. Because when I was a kid, though, I would watch movies and I would see like Hoot or something like that, and they're like, "We're tearing down the owl sanctuary to make a strip club," or there's always that like thing.
Word. Yeah.
You ever seen Norbit? They're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we're gonna tear down the orphanage and make like a strip club or like a super center." You don't mess with the Zohan. They're like, "We're gonna tear down the what's it called?
Israel.
Right. Like, we're gonna tear down
The
this
salon, yeah.
this salon, and we're gonna make it like a mall that has a roller coaster go through it." Really, it's like this shopping center is ugly. I think, can I buy this and put like a Panera bread there? Like it's really
Word. Yeah.
minimal things like that for the most part. Yeah,
10-4. Yeah. And this area is great though.
Yeah.
I'm trying to buy my house right now, and I don't want to.
What do you do for work?
I'm a social media marketing manager.
Okay.
For like the transportation company in Orlando, and so I just run their pages. I'm just
Mears?
Like Mears.
Why do I feel like we've had this discussion?
I don't know. I wonder. When's the last time we hung out? It's been a minute.
It's been like 7 years. There's no way
we bumped into each other at shows or something. Yeah, we were at Milk District at the same time.
Does somebody else work at Mears?
No,
dude. Okay, this is what it was. I talked to you. Okay.
Yeah, it must have been at Milk.
There's no way I was talking to somebody else who works for Mears Transportation.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm the only bus boy. Yeah. Just me and the buses. Yeah, I just post pictures of that shit on Instagram, and it's going really well. I'm really enjoying it.
You just post pictures of the bus, and you're like, "Isn't this cool? You should take the bus." How do you promote it?
I'm like, "Isn't this incredible? It's a bus. Thank you for writing Mears."
Just pictures. It's just different pictures of different buses.
We've been doing a lot of rideshare attack ads, I'm just like, Uber is dangerous. Like Uber will kill you. Your Uber drivers are unchecked. Mears is professional drivers. Yeah, I'm like, you don't even have to wear a seatbelt in a motor coach. Don't you want to? Don't you want to come on in a motor coach? Yeah,
dude, I love the battle too. Like I had I took a cab one time in New York, and the guy's like, "You can do whatever the fuck you want." He's like, "You want to smoke fucking cigarettes? You want to do coke in the back there? I'm not one of these fucking faggot ass Ubers." And I'm like,
"That's what's up."
And I was like, "Dude, if
I could rate you, I would, sir."
And I'm just like, "This is so I'm not gonna do any of those things."
Just trying to get to work. Yeah. What do you do for work up there?
So I have a part-time job. What I do is it's crazy. So my cousin runs a company that gets Venezuelan workers construction jobs.
Nice.
So I call construction companies. I'm like, "You guys need some
Venezuelans?" Yeah.
And they're like, "No, you got some Guatemalans." I'm like, "You drive a tough bargain."
Yeah.
No, we do not. We only have Venezuelan workers because they're here legally through asylum.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting angle though, because it's like,
do you have any Guatemalans?
Yeah.
No.
One guy told me one time, it was so funny. One guy's like, he's like, there's millions of homeless people in America. How about we get them jobs? I was like, you want a meth head with a buzzsaw? Like, what do you?
Yeah.
Maybe. Like, nothing is as cut and dry as people think it is. It's like, it's the illegal immigrants and the legal immigrants and people on welfare. So look, I was on unemployment, and I used that money to one time bang a woman in a hotel room.
That's good. Yeah,
I mean, it's not morally good, but it's like also there's
you paid for unemployment. That was coming out of your
right.
checks.
But I'm saying there's also like a mother who's like, "I need this check." Same with like,
oh, you paid her.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, what I'm saying is like everybody wants to act like every situation is cut and dry, and especially with homeless people, they're like, it's either this guy who's just like, my whole life's fucked me over, or it's a guy who smokes crystal meth. He stole from his whole family.
It's tricky.
Like, we're done with you.
Yeah.
It's like there's every kind of person there and in between.
You got to get new homeless.
Exactly.
Fresh homeless.
That is a smart idea. He should say, you want some fresh homeless guys.
Yeah. This guy had a house like last week. All right, yeah, he's still pretty normal. All right, he's down on his luck, and he feels that way, but he's ready to try again. Yeah,
But that's how it is with like immigrants, homeless people.
Yeah.
People. It's like everything everybody wants. It's like I think like far left people want to be like every single immigrant is a good person. It's like that's not true. It's like there are criminals, but like also there's a lot of people that are like they fucking escaped Venezuela to like work here. Now they want to do fucking construction. It's like yeah, that's pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
And as I said, they're here legally through asylum. Thank you, whatever politician did that. And I'm not taking a stance on it. They're here, and I'm getting them dropped.
Yeah, that's work. Yeah. I'll take it. How's the stage time up there? You getting a lot of stage time?
We're gonna talk about Venezuelans a little longer.
10-4. Yeah. My ex was Venezuelan. Does
she do construction?
She wishes. She couldn't get a job. She got 2 degrees from Full Sail, and then was trying to get a work visa. But when you have 2 degrees, there's like a minimum amount that you can get paid to qualify for a work visa. So she would have had to get over like 6 figures for her entry level position out of Full Sail, which isn't even a 4-year university. It's an accelerated program. So it's like
wait, how long ago was this?
This was 2019.
That's probably why.
Oh yeah, they changed that around.
Yeah, that's when like I think it was like 2023 or 20. There was something like that.
Yeah.
Where they were like, you can come here through asylum to get a job, and it became like way. That's why I have a job right now.
Word, gotcha. Yeah, I think she went the green card route. I think she snapped up her micro penis X.
Okay.
Micro penis X because which is so funny to me. But now they're divorced. So I just assumed
Is she still
green card, but I don't know where. I don't know what she's. I don't give a fuck. I don't care at all.
Yeah. Dude, who cares? Who cares about ex-girlfriends?
Yeah, go die.
I don't fucking cry about mine, dude.
No, I was 18 and she was 22, and she was trying to marry me for a green card, and it was very manipulative and weird.
Yeah, that is a tough situation. Yeah.
Yeah, I lost multiple jobs being with her.
Dang.
Yeah.
How did you lose the jobs?
Just she would get in fights with me at all hours of the day, and I didn't think I was able to leave.
Dude, you're preaching the choir here. I remember one time me and my ex got like a fight, and I like almost like canceled the show.
Yeah.
And then I was like, this is fucking retarded. I was like, this is insane. I cannot, a fight is not like, I got to do fucking stand up.
Yeah.
Like, I can't fucking like, yeah.
And then we would get in fights about my stand up. That was crazy too.
Oh, dude, I had the tug of war with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, what a headache.
What were your fights?
She would write jokes that I should tell from her perspective.
Oh my God.
And they were all
She'd be
just
like,
like,
what if you talk
I
about
love
how,
my
like-
wife.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, fuck, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And all of my perspective was this bitch annoying as hell. And
Yeah,
I
yeah,
literally
yeah.
couldn't get it out. She came to one of my shows and then she like stormed out in a huff, and I had to chase her down in the streets of New York.
Oh my God. Yeah.
It was really weird. Yeah. It was upsetting.
Yeah, that's such a thing people don't realize is the fucking like the fucking struggle we go through as stand-up comedians, dude.
It makes relationships really, really hard.
It's basically impossible.
It's hard to explain this to your partner, but there's a part of me that will always love stand-up more than I like being at home relaxing with my partner.
Yeah.
Because stand-up is like, there's so many chemicals going on that it's literally addictive like a drug. And I love going out and doing stand-up, and I need that because I'm addicted to it. And when I don't do it for a week, I get depressed and want to blow my head off. And when I'm at home with you, I want to leave and go do stand-up.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of
And,
people don't understand. It's not one of those things where, I'm doing it for you, sweetheart.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
that's,
doing it
that's
for
not-
my sexy mother.
Yeah.
I do this for my fucking mother.
I do this for that penguin poon.
Yeah. No, but yeah, no, it is like one of those things where it's like, yeah, no, I'll never. Also, like, I can't love. So I will say that, dude, I love stand-up comedy,
Mhm.
but I think I like getting fucked up more than I like stand-up.
That's tricky too.
But I don't. This is my thing. It's my job. I have to take it seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, just got fucking paid today. Yeah, it's very funny. Everybody's so late on paying me, which is fine. I'm just happy for the stage time. But like, my stand-up income is just coming in all at different times. Where like, it's been coming in when I need it. Like, I have no fucking money, and then I get paid for a show from like 4 months ago, and I'm like, oh, I'm
Jesus.
glad that guy finally.
Months?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How's the pay in New York though?
Some places good, some places are bad. There's one place that the owner just stopped paying people, and one place the owner stopped paying people, and he's like, I'm really working on it. So we're like, that's fine. Like, you're running a business. I totally get it.
Like per month, per year, like
I'm not getting into it, but
okay. I was just wondering.
But in
yeah.
another place, the guy just stopped paying, and then if you mention it, he kicks you out of the group chat for the club. Yeah. I'll host there for free on Saturday nights, and like not even like I'm going to pay you one day. This guy's like, you're not getting paid.
Yeah.
Ever, and if you ask about it, you're out. Versus like this other club that's like
Wow.
actively trying to pay people. So I'm like, I respect that. Like, look, it's tricky, it's a business, whatever. And then some places just are on top of it because they're doing really well financially.
If you're not paying people, it's not a business.
Yeah, but it's like you're just doing it like in a delayed, like they have it charted down. They're telling people how much they owe them. Like, they're
Okay.
like, yeah.
Yeah, as long as you're
You're
aware
keeping
of.
track.
Yeah.
But what was I saying before that? Something. What was I fucking talking about?
Paying.
Oh yeah, I love getting fucked up. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
My dad asked me the other day. He's like, "What do you like doing besides stand up?" I was like, "Getting drunk and chasing women and making jokes with my buddies." And it's like, by the way, I love stand up comedy.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite things in the whole entire world. But compared to drinking is up here. Stand up's way down there.
Yeah.
But I love stand up.
Yeah.
This is just how much I like drinking. It's just that. But I'm also like, I don't know. It's a tricky thing because I never drink and do stand up. I'll drink after doing stand up.
That's right. Yeah. I just started drinking so I'm in AA right now because I be drinky and I be smoky and I need to figure it out because I get to that place where it's the number one thing and that makes me really nervous because I have to activate for work every day. I have to activate for stand up and it makes my energy levels go down. Like I'm not durable enough to drink as much as I want to drink. Do you know what I mean? And then I just have no drive throughout the day. Yeah. And it makes me so sad. And and it takes you away from my girlfriend and it takes me away from like things that I think long term will pay off better, but I don't know. So it's like part of me is like I need to quell the anxiety I feel around the gambles of like my long term interests by drinking just to make myself feel like I'm not losing everything all the time because I get really anxious about things like being in a relationship. Like, will this be my last relationship ever? Like, how hard do I have to work to make sure it's my last relationship ever? Am I not
OCD?
Anxious right now? I have autism, so it's like,
really?
Yeah, and my doctor told me that it's one of my doctors
He didn't say it was
suggested
contagious,
OCD to me. What? It's not, but you just get good at piano. I don't have the bad kind. Yeah.
Are you good at piano?
Yeah, I play 5 instruments, and I do oil paintings and stuff. Like, I really like hobbies and being creative and shit like that.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I think stand up is like that too. But it's also like I was never really into drinking, but I did go to rehab for like ADHD pills, like amphetamines and stuff. And
How do you
weed.
wait? Let's talk about this a little bit. Sorry
Yeah.
to cut you off.
You're
but,
good.
I mean, I was on Adderall for like still taking it, but I got put on amphetamines at a really young age.
Yeah.
How do you know when you're taking too much? So I've cut back dramatically. Like I in high school would take 30 milligrams of Adderall. Then after school, I would take 20 milligrams.
It's way too much.
And I would take
yeah.
like caffeine pills as well.
Yeah,
And it was just
it's yeah.
but I would not have gotten to school. I would not have gone to college unless I was pumped full of that shit. But it
Right.
also created OCD because I was like raised religious. My parents were never like, if you jack off, God's gonna whip you in hell with Satan together.
Word.
But when I was a kid, I just thought that every time I masturbated, God was like punishing me.
Oh.
So like my parents were like, "We'll get him on ADD medicine," and my mom was like that, and she's like, "And then we'll give him religion." But really, I was just viciously masturbating in my room.
Mm-hmm.
On Adderall. Like,
Yeah, it takes
worried
way
God's gonna
longer.
kill me.
Yeah.
I'm just like, go, I just God fucking hate me.
Yeah.
But in theory, I'm like, this is a good plan for a kid. You're like, you get him religious and you give him, a drug to get him through school. But it just ended up me just being like, why does God hate me? He gives me horniness, but he wants to murder me. He wants to send me to hell.
Yeah,
which
for
is
sure.
fucking wild. I think that did definitely that's created my OCD. It's like the combination of amphetamines and so
anxiety.
like what was your amphetamine experience?
I would just like save them up and take them all at once and stuff like that. I would take them every day and not be able to lock in. I would take them and then I wouldn't be able to focus. So the whole intention is like, I'm able to focus now, but it wasn't that. It was now I can do whatever I want to do, like I was going to do anyway, but with more focus. Like I'm not able to harness it. It's just a faster horse with still no saddle.
It's just such an interesting thing to go to rehab for because like certain things, a second here. Certain things
And weed on top of it made it worse, was the big thing, is that I
Right.
would smoke weed constantly. Then my attention was worse. And I was depressed, so I had no ability to activate, no energy. And then on top of that, ADHD pills, which if you don't take them every day, will just frazzle you in a weird way. Like the first day off of Vyvanse or Adderall after taking it for 2 weeks, you don't feel like yourself. You feel like a troll, a goblin.
So I'm the opposite.
You feel better?
Dude, I almost thought like before I hopefully film my first comedy special, I will take Adderall the day before and then not take it the next day. There's a weird thing that happens to my brain.
Yeah.
Where when I'm on it, it makes me really not funny and really serious.
Yeah.
But then I get taken off it and I'm like, it's like releasing like a beast from a cage where my funniest self is the day I don't take Adderall and it's the happiest I am actually, which is interesting.
Yeah, I feel that big time. I just like have the teeth grindy energy.
Okay.
And then like I need to get everything together type shit on days where I do have it. And then days when I don't take it, I feel much happier. But in general, if I take it a lot and acclimate to that normal, the irritability goes really high. And then the day that I don't take it, I just feel foggy. I feel brain fog when I'm off of it.
That makes sense.
Which is like annoying as hell. But
well, then you got to learn to like adjust. I remember like getting an argument with my parents about it one time because like, and the Uber driver was like, "Oh, dude, I used to take amphetamines. I stopped. You can do it." Because in your brain, you feel like you're like, when you stop taking them, dude, you feel like you go from being the smartest guy to the dumbest guy. Immediately.
Right? Yeah.
And it's such a hard adjustment because you're like, my brain is working so fast yesterday. Now it's not working at all.
Right.
But the question I have too is like, it's really interesting how like certain drugs send you to rehab fast. So like opiates, Xanax, alcohol, those problems are so obvious.
They kill you
Yeah,
faster. Yeah.
Exactly. So people are like, oh, okay, like I quit drinking because it fucked up my life. I like quit taking Xanax because like I was causing problems. I quit doing heroin because I was like falling asleep or like whatever opiates. But then like amphetamines and uppers are so hard because they fuck up your life in such a, like one of my buddies has a coke problem.
Yeah.
And it was really funny because I told him he had a coke problem and he goes, "Really? You think so?" He goes, "Oh, you think I have a cocaine problem?" He goes, "I would have never guessed that as me. Duh, I have a cocaine," which is the funniest intervention because I never thought about that. Somebody just like, he's like,
no fucking shit.
yeah. He's like, "You don't think I know what my bank account looks like?" He's like, "You
yeah.
don't think I feel like shit the next day?" And I was like, wow. I was like, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But like coke problems are like, you
You did an intervention. You went no doy.
yeah. Literally, he's like, "What are you fucking?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh shit, I guess you're right."
Did you have a follow up after
Yeah.
calling me out, or was this just it?
Yeah. He was just like, "Yeah, you don't think I would know what's fucking up my life?" But it's so interesting because you go like, coke, dude. My friends have been doing coke. I did it and I quit like, I'd only do it like on weekends, but I would do like a lot on weekends. And like I quit probably like 5 years ago. But like coke takes a decade to fuck your life up. Like
Yeah.
it's like I know so many people who've done coke and it's like just 10 years later fucking their shit up. And I wonder if Adderall, like what made you go like, "Oh, I have an Adderall problem"?
It was really more the weed than that. It was the fact that I couldn't get on top of my focus or my direction or activate my energy in any type of useful way. I dropped out of high school when I was 15 and I got my GED right away. And then I was just like,
That is, by the way, that is cool. Like I know it is. I know it's not popular to say this.
It's cool, like a little homeless boy. Look at him go.
Dude, when you succeed in comedy,
Yeah.
it's so cool to hear someone be like, "I dropped out of high school at 15.
I
There's
got my
nothing-
college degree anyway. I just went back. Yeah.
I know, but it's still, you're like, this is the kind of like rough kid I was. That's badass.
I just took all that time to learn instruments is what I did.
Yeah.
I self-taught on piano and bass and guitar and organ is one I play a lot, valve trombone. But I really like trumpet was my first instrument. And that's the one that inspired me to drop out. But I was like,
sick.
I'm going to be a famous trumpet player. You
Yeah.
know all the famous trumpet players. Yeah.
Can't- yeah,
Because
I
it's
don't think I can name
1931.
one. Yeah.
I'm not, you don't make a dime.
The Penguin could name every single famous trumpet player. Yeah.
Chris Bodie, yeah, Louis Armstrong, yeah. I don't know. It's but just being sober has been way helpful for my mental health, especially in terms of like motivating to do the things that I want to do. And porn, Instagram scrolling, video games. There's all types of things where I'm just like, I have no control over this.
Yeah.
And this is the thing that I wake up in the morning for.
Yeah.
And that's not good. That's what I keep telling myself. But I don't know. I especially like I was drinking after shows because you get a free one, and then I started drinking like right after my set and having two, and then I started like not being able to predict how many drinks I would have before the end of the night. You know, I would start drinking before my set, and then I'm just drinking all fucking night, and I'm like, I gotta fix it. So I've been going to AA for like 2 weeks, and
So you've been 2 weeks sober?
yeah,
Okay, nice.
on Thursday,
Good for you.
yeah. It's okay. But
No, I mean that's the hard part of it from what I've heard. Like I got a friend who's like 6 years sober, and it's so sick because like he's the point now where he can like go out to bars and like have I'm sure immediately you got to be like I can't hang out with certain people. There's certain things that you're probably like careful of, but like he's like 5 years sober, and he'll do like he just has the fullest like he'll go out completely, have a whole night, and just not be hungover the next day. And
that's
be like,
what's up.
But he still lived for the night. He still had a great time.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
That's what I've been starting to do. Like after shows, everyone goes out to another bar, and I'm just standing there, but it's the same. I'm vibing with my boys.
Yeah. That's what's the fun part. Like,
Yeah.
sleepovers in middle school were fun.
Yeah.
You guys can all still whack off together. You can still have it.
There's just a blanket at the bar.
Wasn't that the funnest shit? Not the whacking off, but like the funnest shit were like sleepovers when you were a kid. It's like you can still recreate some version of that without alcohol.
Camaraderie. Yeah.
Well, dude, thanks for coming on. What do you want to promote?
My pleasure. My Instagram is Preston Canavan, Canavan. I'm on YouTube and TikTok and Facebook, and I do comedy all across Florida. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and shout out fucking Mears Transportation.
Shout out to my my boss and my boss's boss and my boss's boss's boss, Paul Mears Sr. for buying City Cab Co. in 1939 and helping the company grow into the wonderful multi-million-dollar company that it is today that pays for my mortgage. Thank you.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna apologize to my whole family for being as embarrassing. I'm kidding.
I'm sure your dad's bricked up right now. I'm sure.
I'm sure he is.
His boner's burning. He's like, what is that? Is Michael?
No, I'm just playing. Thank you guys for listening. Oh, so you know what? I hope you had a fucking great Thanksgiving. I hope you had a really good time.
Yeah.